Hello everybody, and welcome back to Top Tips, brought to you by tiermonster.com. My name's Theirsavior, and today we're going to be talking about positioning once again. But this time around, I'm going to be talking a lot less about the jungle. Please keep in mind that this is going to be another general guide because it's very difficult to make a specific video on such a broad subject that has many variables. So I'm going to get this started. In the early laning stage of a game, generally the 4 laning gods are going to stand behind their creeps in order to take less creep damage. For some of you this seems obvious, but countless times have I seen many people just get trucked by archers. Once we go deeper into the laning phase, harass becomes more and more important. So when you see enemy gods making a mistake like mindlessly auto-attacking minions to make themselves slower, feel free to punish them using a powerful ability, like Emir's Freeze, which will lock them in place, while your carry will put out tons of harass. So after you've proved your dominance in the lane, and you've pushed your enemy back to the turret, be sure to help out other lanes. For example, if you're middle lane and you've pushed your enemy back to the tower, help out the solo lane along with your jungler. One very important thing that you guys need to remember is the positioning of your jungler. Whichever lane he's closest to is obviously the lane better to gank, unless another lane is caught in a bad position and is about to lose a tower or a teammate. And keep in mind, it's better for your entire team if all of the lanes are pushed evenly, so no one's overextended. With that being said, let's dig a little deeper. Ask yourself, is it really worth me leaving? Will I get an exchange? Will the exchange be in your favor? Will you lose a tower? So like I said, if you feel like your lane is completely fine, feel free to leave it, but that means that your enemy might leave it when their lane is fine. And in that case, I would recommend following them because they might want to initiate on a different lane. Although in some cases, you might want to sit back and farm if it's more important. It's really up to you to decide, is it really worth it? The only time I would really recommend not leaving a lane is if you're solo laning and you haven't got to your boots yet. This is going to make a dramatic speed difference, and you're best just farming until you get boots, that is. Once you hit about the level 15 area, I believe that that's the perfect time to continuously group up with your team. And your positioning is going to be based off of who is on your team, but generally you want the tankier, beefier characters in the front, whereas the damage dealers and the squishy glass cannons are going to be behind those. Before we wrap up this video, I want to say every god has a counter. For example, standing behind minions is going to prevent Sobek from dashing at your team. And you can also buy teleports to counter Apollo split push. So keep subtle things like this in mind when playing Smite, and I'm sure your team will come out on top. I hope this video helped you guys. And if it did, please leave it a like. If you enjoy me as a commentator, feel free to subscribe to my main channel in the description below. That's going to wrap up this video. Leave your ideas for the next video in the comments section below. I'm Theirsavior. See you next time.